The back has so much strength building potential that it's unreal. And it's unfortunate because most lifters are not tapping into their full potential. Nowadays, it's all about chest and arms, which I do get it. You want to look good from the front. You want the guns hugging the sleeves. You want those pecs popping out, especially when you take that shirt off. You want to look damn good. So I get it. But at the expense of being Mr. Juicy fucking chest pump, you neglect the back side. Being the upper back, the traps, the rear delts, basically all that stuff that adds to your mass measurement, the stuff that makes you look stocky, the stuff that makes you look big, the muscle groups that promote strength, longevity, and prevent your body from turning into kyphotic craziness are severely underdeveloped for most lifters. And honestly, it should not be this way because your back has so much potential. It is a beautiful thing what your back can do, my friends. And if you actually take the time to focus on it, you are going to see the V-taper pop out. You're going to see that thickness pop out. You are going to look like a goddamn Ninja Turtle. And it's not that hard to build either. You just have to focus on it. Just like you do when you're performing those bicep curls, you have to put in the same effort on the rows. I would say this: your rowing volume should either be equal to your pressing volume or higher. I would say for optimal results, it should be higher. So if you do 2 presses, do 3 rows. How about we inverse it? Instead of being Mr. Gorilla, kyphotic, how about we reverse the situation to which you have amazing freaking posture. You got that chest popping out. How about we reverse it? That comes to doing a lot of rows. Same thing for the shrugs. How many guys do you know that take their shrugs seriously? Most people don't do it. They only focus on the bench press. Like a gym bro, like a good gym bro, which is fine. I get it. The bench press is awesome. I love the bench press. But you have to do additional movements for the yoke. And then the neck as well. I consider the neck, especially the back side, to be part of the back. It's all yoke training in a sense. Nobody trains the necks. Nobody does neck extensions, which is crazy because neck extensions will build the upper back and the upper traps. So when you turn around, you have that crazy thickness, man. It helps you raise your shrugging strength as well. So nobody's training their backs as hard as they could be. And I think that's why people are complaining. They're complaining that they have muscular imbalances. That's why they have shoulder problems. That's why they have postural issues. And that's why they don't look as jacked as they could be. Guys, if you just focus on your back for once and you get it as big as humanly possible, as wide as humanly possible, as thick and as strong as you can, you're going to be amazed at the results. You will look so much bigger. You will feel much stronger. And it's just going to be the best decision of your life, my friends. So focus on that yoke. Yoke training is the key to looking massive. Yoke training is the key to getting strong. It's not the chest and arm guy that you should be worried about in a strength training competition. It's the guy who has a thick and meaty wide back. The guy with titanium glutes and hamstrings. That's the dude you should be concerned about. Another airplane. And here's another thing, right? I know some guys complain that they have bad back genetics. And honestly, I just don't believe in it. I think that most people have very good back genetics or just average. And average can do wonders for your physique. With an average pair of back genetics, you know what you could do with that? You can rack pull 1,000 pounds. Oh yeah, you heard me. You don't have to be a genetic elite to rack pull 1,000 pounds. I would say the vast majority of my subscribers can do it. You can absolutely do it if you put in the work. If you start doing rack pulls on a weekly basis, eventually you are going to pull 1,000 pounds. And when that happens, you're going to have bigger traps, bigger upper back. It's going to be wonderful. Same thing for your rows. Most lifters can row between 275 and 315. They can absolutely do this. For the deadlifts, most lifters can pull between 500 and 600, again, if they put in the work. If I was able to do it with really bad leverages, like T-Rex arms, the worst, completely bent forward, then anybody could do it, man. There's no excuse. There's no genetic bullshit. We have to get back to the truth, which is most people aren't training their backs hard enough. That's just the reality, and it is what it is. People are doing cable machines all the time. They're doing slow and controlled. They're not using body English in any type of way. They're not going heavy enough. They're just doing little lightweight bullshit, and they expect their back to grow. If you honestly think that maxing out the dumbbell stack and doing dumbbell rows at 100 pounds is going to be sufficient for building your back, man, that's the problem right there. That is the real problem. You should be shooting for triple that amount, 300 pounds on a dumbbell row, with cheating form, obviously, but that's what I'm saying. We need to raise our standards, and the beautiful thing is that the back has that standard. I would say the genetic limit is almost impossible to reach. If you're a true natural and you're training that back hard, you will always make gains on it. Always. You will always improve your row, your shrug, your volume. Something is going to go up because the back is a magnificent pair of muscles and you have so much strength building potential. And I'm sorry to see that guys are limiting themselves. They're just doing lightweight machines. They're not going heavy enough. They're not doing enough volume. It's a minimalist approach all the time. And it has to stop because the back can do so much if you train it the proper way. So stop with the mediocre standards. Let's raise those standards high. Let's do the best that we can as drug-free lifters and get big as hell. Let's focus on that yoke. Let's do the heavy pulls. Let's do the rows. And let's focus on the lower back and ab region so that we don't have pain when we're older. Or if you're already older, let's focus on the core, man. Because with a strong lower back, that guarantees a strong upper back. Whenever you have a weakness, okay, it's going to affect the compound lifts and everything that you do. If you got a bad lower back, man, you're restricting your exercise selection greatly. So please, focus on that back. You have no idea how massive it can get if you actually focus on it. You don't need drugs. I promise you that you don't need drugs to get a massive back. You don't need to go that route. Train it hard, train it frequently, use intensity, use volume, use special exercises. Again, refer to my yoke playlist where I talk more about how to develop it. But don't give up. Don't give up because you have so much more inside of you to give. And if you just emphasize it just like you would for your chest and arms, trust me, you're going to see it develop right before your very eyes. You will get wider, you will get thicker. Everybody can get a bigger back when they put in the work. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Love your back, train your back hard, and reap the rewards. Get yoked out of your damn mind. That's what it's all about.